Good evening, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us for a Healer Within Foundation live practice sampler. We are so happy to be hosting these sessions as a way of keeping our community connected. Hopefully you're keeping up with practice, you're keeping moving, and staying healthy, most importantly. For more online practice opportunities, you may reference our virtual practice group or VPG list, which you can find at our website, healerwithinfoundation.org. Top of the homepage under the Practice Groups tab. We are excited to be joined this evening by Michael Fortier. Michael has been a holistic health practitioner for over 20 years and is also an IIQTC Tai Chi Easy Senior Trainer. He's helped us out and led us in a live session once before, and we're so happy to have him back. It's a wonderful treat to have him in practice this evening from his home studio in Brighton, Colorado. And Michael, I believe we're about ready to get started, so I'm going to turn things over to you, and excited to practice along with you this evening. Thanks so much for being with us.
Yeah, thank you, Christy, and I'm excited to practice with you and everyone watching, or if you're going to be watching this recording. And tonight, or today, what I wanted to do was share more of a flow practice of the Tai Chi Easy 5 form. So we're going to do a static version with weight shifting, and then we're also going to do a walking Tai Chi Easy 5 as well. And so what I would just suggest is wherever you are, just have about probably like a 3-foot bubble maybe around you. And so let's go ahead and get started. If you're standing, you could do this standing. If you're seated, you could do this seated, or even laying down. We start every practice with an opening or setting our space, accessing energy. And so just inviting you wherever you are, and the space you're in, the room you're in, just connecting with your natural breathing. You could even give a little deep sigh of relief, like a Doing 2 more. Deep sigh of relief. One more. And so as we move into just connecting with those three intentions of body, breath, and mind, we're also going to bring in those Tai Chi principles, key principles to your practice. And so if you're already doing, but if not, just connecting to your body by adjusting posture. So part of Tai Chi principles is lengthening. So that can mean sinking and rising. So feeling connection with the earth, connection with the sky. It could also be lengthening your body, feeling yourself opening in the joints, the main joints, like the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, hips, knees, almost like you're lengthening, creating space, opening those hollows so energy can flow more freely. And then again, principles of opening, as well as relaxing. Moving into that second intention of deepening your breath. So as you breathe in, you can place your right hand over your navel, left hand over your chest, and as you breathe in, feel your navel hand expanding. As you breathe in, chest expanding last, almost like a barrel, and then as you exhale, your navel gently contracts. Also with the breath, when you're moving in your practice, is allowing the breath to guide the movement or initiate the movement of your practice. And then also bringing that mindful intention, because wherever you bring your intention is where your energy goes. And then also connecting with your Tai Chi pole or center line of your body, all the way up and down, and then moving from the center and flowing, weight shifting side to side, when we're moving in our practice, and then connecting with that third mindful intention of maximizing or clearing mind as you're staying connected with earth and sky and your breath. And so just inviting yourself to connect with these principles and these intentions through your entire practice. And also just adapting anything that feels need adapting or modifying for you. If you ever feel pain, please back off. This is your practice. And so we're going to start with a static version of Tai Chi Easy 5. And so again, taking into account those alignment principles, lengthening, opening, relaxing, breathing, moving from center. Knees can start to gently bend slightly. And so we have the red bird side, the phoenix, and then the right bluebird, the right side, which is the bluebird, the peacock. So I'm going to bring my weight into the blue side and stepping out. Actually, I take that back, stepping out to the bluebird side. As we move into our first part of our practice, harmonizing yin yang. So my left hand is on top, right hand below. And so we're going to bring in a little bit of weight shifting, bringing it into the red bird side, my left side. I'm going to pivot on my right. So my heel is facing my bluebird side, and then we harmonize, weight shifting, moving from the center, and then weight shifting back to center. You can pivot back. If you want to keep your feet straight the whole time, you can, but if you want to get into the power of Tai Chi, moving from the center, weight shifting, pivoting, harmonizing. So about 60 to 70% is in this lead leg, coming back to center. Remember to breathe. And again, harmonizing, yin yang. Let's do one more to the red bird side. And then move into the second posture, brush knee sen chi. We breathe and we rotate around that ball of energy, right hand on top, left hand below, and we bring that ball to the red bird side, shifting that weight. Hand slowly comes back with that mindful intention, and as the hand comes to the eyes, rotating from the spine, shifting weight from center to the other side, brush knee, sending chi, back to center, and then to the other side. And then back to center. This can be a breathing in phase the entire time, coming back. And then as you shift your weight to the other side, this can be an exhale phase. But again, if you need to breathe multiple times, please do. This is your practice. So let's do one more to the bluebird side. Brush knee, sending chi. And as we come back to center, my left hand is going to come in front into cross hands or embracing the tiger. So my right hand is closest to me. I bring my weight into that bluebird side. Left hand stays here in front. Right hand goes on its journey around. And as I come to the eyes, directly cutting that path to clarity. And then to the other side. Breathing and relaxing. Cutting that path to clarity again. I always like this posture as well as like a metaphor for life. Sometimes we can have obstacles that come along our path, and we don't have to let it define us, but we can observe it And then what do we need to move through that obstacle that might be challenging us? So you can create an affirmation by acknowledging that challenge, and then what is it that you need to move through and be victorious? Let's do one more on each side. Cutting the path to clarity. And so as we just pause here for a moment, just taking a deep breath in, framing our beautiful faces, you can exhale another deep sigh of relief, like a just feeling that integration, that Tai Chi. We are Tai Chi. We're a manifestation of the Tai Chi. We're connected to the one. And as we move into the fourth posture, hands like clouds, my left hand waving, almost like waving to someone that's very dear, wishing them well in their journey. In my hand, my cloud, bottom hand clouds floats towards the right, my right knee, and then left hand floats up, right hand down. Hands like clouds, shifting my way to the redbird side. And then cloud hands again, shifting as one whole unit to the bluebird side, hands like clouds. And so a key component in this posture is you're turning and rotating. It's almost like you're waving that hand or that cloud goodbye. And then you find the other one and you sink in. Let's do one more, hands like clouds. And as we come to center, it doesn't matter which arm is in front, but we're gonna close with gathering heaven and earth. So gathering earth, protecting your back. Gathering heaven. And as you come to heart level or navel level, again, gathering earth. And gathering heaven. And so as we're descending now, a little full body cleansing, bringing the weight into the bluebird side, or actually I'm going to shift to the left, redbird side, coming back to center. Let's go ahead and do that again. Breathing in, stepping back out into a flow. You can pivot or you can keep yourself static with your feet. I'm going to pivot, but harmonizing, yin yang. And so this time, just moving how your body wants to move in these postures, expressing yourself. Last one, and as we come back to center, my right hand is on top, left hand, we're going to rotate around that ball, moving into brush knee. Send the chi. So let's do one more together. Brush knee, sending chi. And as we come back to center, my left hand is in front, right hand closest. We move into cutting the path to clarity. And so as your weight shifting, it could be like you're breathing in to that stabilizing leg and then shifting that energy all the way up and over and then down with the earth. So it's like a loop. So as you're breathing in, you can be sending that energy up and down as you move side to side, feeling that power here. Let me just get back. Cutting the path to clarity. One more time. And then waving as a transition. There's many different transitions for this. This is one I like. So do one that you prefer if you like a different transition for hands like clouds. That's what's the beauty of Tai Chi and Qigong. There's so much rich tradition. In many ways, these postures can be done. Let's do one more, hands like clouds, and then we'll close again with gathering, coming into embracing the tiger, cross hands, gathering earth, bringing those resources to the heart, and then gathering heaven, bringing that spirit medicine. It's almost like bathing, like a cool mist or a waterfall of energy, cleansing your body all the way down through the bottom of your feet. And then again, gathering earth, gathering sky, heaven. Let's do one more together, gathering earth, earth medicine, gathering heaven. And then bringing that breath in, bringing my weight into the left leg, stepping in, opening like a T. One more time, gathering those precious resources that are at our disposal. And then we'll just come into a momentary close before we move into a little bit of walking Tai Chi. So you got palm over palm. Generally for men, it's left hand over navel, right hand on top. Women, right hand over navel, left hand on top. But you choose what resonates for you. Or you can have your arms at the side. You can feel yourself connecting with those three intentions, those principles. You can just slowly wake up your body a little bit, shake it out a little bit as we move into a little walking. So I'm going to take a step back. So I have a little bit of my stage again. It's about 3.5 feet in front of me. So if you have the space, just please give yourself a little bit of space to do a little bit of walking. Doesn't have to be a dramatic step. It could just be a very small step if you're limited in space. I'm going to borrow from a very dear friend and colleague, Henderson Smith. You just, when you're practicing, you want to look good in the park, you know, so it doesn't have to be a huge, you know, step. It could just be a very small step. And so let's again bring in those 3 mindful intentions of body, breath, and mind. Just feeling, what does that mean to you? And then those principles of lengthening, opening, relaxing, mindful intent, moving from the center, flowing, weight shifting. And so when we open, we're going to open to the, I'm going to open to the redbird side. So that's to my left. So start bringing the weight into the balls of the feet over that bubbling well acupressure point. Gently bending knees, stepping out. And then we immediately go into the first posture, harmonizing yin yang. So going into cat stance or empty stance, into bow stance, harmonizing, weight shifting, connecting with your breath, taking your time as we transition back into cat stance and then bow stance, harmonizing. So we're going to do one more harmonizing. And as we move into the second posture, we rotate around that ball, harmonizing yin yang. And so for space purposes, my stage, I'm just going to go to the side. But if you have room in front of you, you can keep going. Let's do one more. Brush knee, sending chi. And as we transition, as we come back to center, my left hand is in front. I pivot my left leg so they're all in one line. So cutting the path of clarity, I weight shift into my right side. Bring my left foot in like cat stance, step back at an oblique angle. And then I pivot that lead leg, cutting the path to clarity. Left side. I have room for one more. So cutting the path to clarity. And then moving into hands like clouds. Again, this is just a transition I like. We can go side to side, bringing the weight into the right leg, stepping in with the left. Then stepping out with the right. Bringing weight into the left leg, stepping back in with the right. And then one more time, weight into the right leg, stepping out with the left as we move into the fifth. Gathering earth. Gathering heaven. I'm going to start bringing my weight into my right side, into that bluebird side, stepping in, breathing in, arms come out like a T, gathering those heavenly elixirs. And so again, we're just going to go right into another practice, breathing in, weight into my right leg, stepping back to my left, the redbird side, harmonizing yin yang. So let's transition into brush knee sen chi. Let's do one more. So now as my left hand comes in front, bring my weight into the right side. Bring my left foot in like cat stance, step back, pivot, cutting the path to clarity. Back to center, and then hands like clouds. Stepping in to the left with the left leg. Taking your time, connecting with your breath. Weight into the left leg, stepping out with the right. Weight into the left leg, stepping back in with the right leg. One more time, right leg, weight, then left leg, step out. Gathering, earth, heaven. If this is your first time practicing this, just again, give yourself permission to move and breathe. You are getting benefit. And obviously, if you've been a long time practitioner, irregardless whether you're a beginner or advanced, this is your practice. There are so many benefits to practicing every day. And as we descend down, bringing my weight into that red bird side, closing. And again, choosing how you want to close, whether palm over palm, hands at the side. Connecting with your intentions, your inner wisdom. And then just slowly awaken your body again. So we're going to do 2 more times this practice, but even though we're online, since I've been mirroring you, I'm actually going to face the other direction or face away, which is traditionally taught. So this is more of a experimentation and to have fun and to play with this. And again, I just want to thank you all for joining in this practice. And so again, we're going to open with those 3 intentions. I'm going to open to the red bird side. And so connecting with body, breath, and mind. And then those principles of lengthening, breathing, moving from center, relaxing. Start bringing your weight like you're sinking, but yet you're rising. As we open to the red bird side, we move into harmonizing yin yang. And so we're just going to do one more harmonizing yin yang. And then we're going to move right into brush knee, sen chi. One more. And so as we come back to center, my right hand is furthest away from me, so my left hand is closest to me. So I bring my weight into the left side, step in with my right, and then step slightly back, pivoting, cutting the path to clarity. We're just going to do one more. And then hands like clouds to the bluebird side. And then weight into the right leg, left leg stepping to the redbird side. Weight into the left leg, stepping out to the right, to the redbird side. Then stepping back in to the bluebird side. One more time, stepping out with the left to the bluebird side. And then gathering earth, gathering heaven. Bringing the weight into the redbird side, into a close. We're going to do this one more time, stepping out to the bluebird side. Let's go ahead and open. And again, harmonizing. Let's go ahead and brush knee, transitioning. Brush knee, send chi. And as we come back to center, left hand is in front. My right hand is closest to me. I bring my weight, shifting to the right side, stepping in with the left, stepping back, pivoting, cutting the path to clarity. Let's do one more. And then again, fourth posture, hands like clouds. Stepping in with the left to the redbird side. Stepping with the right leg out. Stepping back in with the right. Stepping back in with the out with the left. And then let's come to a close. Harmonizing heaven and earth, gathering earth. Gathering heaven. And so let's do one more together. I'm just going to face you as we start to close our practice, gathering earth, gathering heaven. And let's finish with a little standing meditation. Relaxing your body, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your legs, connecting with those three mindful intentions. See if you can find or feel finding your Tai Chi. It's where you can almost feel like you're neither completely engaged or completely relaxed. It's a place in between. It can sometimes feel like feeling everything and nothing at the same time. It takes practice, so may not come immediately. So just inviting you to connect with your breath. And as we close, bring in my weight into redbird side, arms come out like a T. And again, you could do palm over palm or arms, hands resting at the sides. And now closing our practice and integrating, feeling yourself completing any processes that feel need completion. If there has been any challenges that you've been facing recently, you can again acknowledge that challenge by creating a statement of even though, and then that challenge, and then I am, from your heart, from your soul, your affirmation, feeling it and repeating it over these next few moments. Even though, your challenge, and then I am. your affirmation. Let's take your time integrating, feeling what you need. And then just slowly bringing your awareness back to your body, perhaps into the room you're in. And I just always like to end each practice just by asking everyone to make a gentle fist with your right hand, open hand with your left hand, and bringing the open hand over, the open hand symbolizing love. Love truly does conquer all. And I just want to thank you for joining me for this flow practice of Tai Chi Easy 5. I hope you enjoyed it and have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Michael, thank you once again. It's been absolutely wonderful to have you with us. And I mentioned in the comments with those that are following along live on Facebook that this has just been a wonderful refresh or a wonderful introduction to the Tai Chi Easy 5 form. Definitely one that people can follow along with. And, you know, if they haven't been doing a walking practice, maybe get them back into doing that again. So thanks so much once again. I want to remind everyone that we do have other listings of online practice opportunities for you. And you can find that at our website, which is healerwithinfoundation.org. Up at the top of the homepage under the practice groups tab, you'll find our list of virtual practice groups. There's several there. There's more being added all the time. And if you're leading an online practice group and you'd like to be listed, please let us know. You can either send us an email at admin@healerwithinfoundation.org or just send a message here through Facebook, and we'll be happy to speak with you about how you can get your online classes added to our list. Also want to remind you that we're now on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and you search Healer Within Foundation, you can find our video library there, which includes a library of all of our virtual practice, live practice sampler sessions that we've recorded thus far over the past few months. And so it's a growing little library there and very easy to share. We do ask that you subscribe if you go over to the channel. That helps us kind of grow our footprint there on YouTube and help to share these beautiful self-healing practices with more and more individuals. So I'll remind you to mark your calendars now for our next live practice sampler. That'll take place next Tuesday, May 26th at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We look forward to seeing you then. Thanks to everyone for joining us. And until we meet again, may all be well. Thanks again, Michael. Much appreciation.